Yashodanandana Krishna Ranjana Yamuna Tira
तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you everyone for joining today. So tomorrow is a very auspicious day of Balarama Purnima. I was thinking we can discuss some pastimes of Krishna and Balaram and learn some lessons that Balaram ji is trying to teach us with those pastimes. So, oops.
Slideshow?
Can you put on the view slideshow? And first page you can shift. So every morning, Krishna and Balaram would go out to herd the cows with the cowherd boys. And all the boys will be so excited. Many games they would play. like hide and seek and thieves and robbers. Actually, all the games that we played as a child, all of that has originated from the spiritual world. So Krishna and Balram, they would imitate the singing of the honeybees, the cuckoos, the swans, and imitate the frogs and the peacocks. You can see Krishna is imitating the frog. And Krishna would say, oh, this peacock does not know how to dance properly. Let me show this peacock. And Krishna will start dancing and the peacocks would be mesmerized. When Balramji, he would be tired, he would lay his head on the lap of a gopa and Krishna would massage his legs. And sometimes Krishna would be tired and other gopas will be massaging his legs, fanning him like that. And they will have picnic in the forest. All the cowherd boys will be sitting in a circle, which will be like a wall of a lotus flower. And Krishna will be sitting in the center. And by the Yog Maya potency, everybody would be, all the boys would be thinking, oh, Krishna is directly looking at me. I am sharing my lunch with Krishna, and they would play jokes with each other. Like some of our acharyas give some of the jokes that the boys are sharing with one another. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary says that one of the gopas, he brought a samosa from his home, and he opened the samosa, emptied the contents of the samosa, and instead put in some jasmine flowers and closed it, packed it up, and gave it to the gopa next to him and said, "Oh friend, look, my mom made this very nice samosa. You taste it." And this gopa will bite into it and he will make a very bitter face. Because the jasmine flowers, they smell very nice, but they are very bitter in taste. One of the gopas would say, oh, look at those monkeys on the tree. They are seeing your lunch. They're going to steal your lunch. And the gopa looks at that and the other boy steals from this boy's plate. So many, many jokes, the gopas are playing with each other. They have so much fun in the forest. So Prabhupada writes in one of the purports that the real purpose of life is to go back home, back to Krishna, back to Godhead, to play with Krishna, to dance with Krishna, to live with Krishna, to eat with Krishna. So this is our goal. And in Jaladuta, when Prabhupada was coming to America on the Jaladuta cargo ship, he was having a very difficult time. He was having heart attacks, seasickness. And at that time, Prabhupada was remembering these cowherd boys. And Prabhupada writes in his Jaladuta diary, his prayer, Tumi mora chira sathi, bhuliya mayar lathi, khaeche janma janmantare, aji punya isu joga, jadi hoy joga yuga, tabe pare tuhi mili bare, tumara milane bhai, abar se sukha pai, gocharane ghuri din bora, kata bane chuta chuti, bane khai luta puti, sei din kabe habe mora. So Prabhupada is teaching us like how a devotee should pray. Prabhupada is saying that, oh Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion, and forgetting you, I am suffering the kicks of Maya. Maya lathi, the slaps of Maya, birth after birth. And if today the chance comes to meet you occurs again, then surely I'll be able to rejoin you. Oh dear friend, in your company I will experience great joy once again. In the early morning, I will wander about the cowherd pastures and fields, running and frolicking in many forests of Raj. I will roll on the ground in spiritual ecstasy. Oh, when will that day be mine? Oh, when will that day be mine that I can join Krishna in the spiritual world and play with him? So spiritual world is a place where devotees, Krishna and the devotees are simply enjoying, they are merrymaking. There is no work, there's only play. They don't have to go to office, no hard work. And Bhagavatam says that these cowherd boys are so fortunate to be able to play with Krishna and joke with Krishna because they have accumulated transcendental pious credits for many, many lifetimes. Itham satam brahma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradevatena maya shritanam naradarakena sakam vijro krita punya punja. Krita punya punja. This transcendental pious credits for many, many lifetimes. And that's why they're getting the opportunity to play with Krishna like that. So we should think, when will I be able to accumulate such amass the wealth of these transcendental credits? When we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, every mantra that we are chanting is adding to our spiritual bank balance. And when we have amassed a lot of these spiritual credits is when we are qualified to enter into the spiritual world. So that's why Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Khaite Shwete Yatha Tatha Naam Le, Kal Desh Niyam Nahi Sarv Siddhi Hoy. Without considering for time, place, circumstance, while eating, while sleeping, going here and there, wherever you are, you should be chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Every mantra counts. It's like, people of this world are trying to put more money in their bank account, right? So the spiritualist devotees, they're trying to add to their spiritual wealth. We should be greedy to attain more and more of this transcendental wealth. Tatra lolyam api mulyam ekalam janma kotir sukritir na labhyate. Chaitanya Charitamrita says that the only price to enter into the kingdom of God is to have intense greed to get Krishna prem. So we should be greedy. So when Krishna and Balaram, they would be playing in the forest, every day a new demon would be coming in. Kansa was sending all these demons like Arishtasur, Agasur, Bakasur, Keshi and all. So Radhanath Maharaj, in one of the class I was hearing, he was saying that, you see, demons are coming also, dangers are coming in the lives of the devotees. Now sometimes we think that we have become devotees, there should not be any dangers, there should not be any disturbances in my life. But we see, devotees also have to face dangerous conditions, because Prabhupada says danger must be there because we are in a dangerous place. Padam padam yadvipadam. There is danger at every step. So we should do what the cowherd boys do whenever there is a demon, whenever they are in midst of a danger. They call out to Krishna and Balaram for help. Like one time, the cowherd boys, they were in midst of the forest fire. And they called out to Krishna and Balaram, Krishna, Krishna Mahavira, He Rama Moga Vikrama, Bhavagni Nadayamanan Prapannam Stratum Arhata. They are saying, O Krishna, Krishna, O most powerful one, O Ram, you whose prowess never fails, please save your devotees who are about to be burned by the forest fire and have come to take shelter of you. So when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra is also a call out for help. Oh Radha and Krishna, please help me. I'm helpless. You should cry out like Prabhupada says, a baby crying for his mother. Because we are in the midst of danger. We are in the mouth of the crocodile. Like how Gajendra was in the mouth of the crocodile, we are already there in the mouth of the crocodile. We should be crying out to Radha and Krishna whenever we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Please, I need help. I'm in a dangerous situation. Now, each of the demons coming in Krishna Leela represents certain kind of anartha in our heart. In Kali Yuga, demons are not residing outside. The divine and demonic are within us. Now, most of the demons we see in Krishna Leela are killed by Krishna, right? But some demons are killed by Balaramji. Can we name some of the demons that are killed by Balaramji? Rukmi. And Mushtik also. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in his Chaitanya Shikshamrita that for the demons, for the anarthas that are represented by the demons that Krishna kills, all the devotee needs to do is to pray, and Krishna would mercifully kill those demons within the heart of the devotee, only by Krishna's mercy. But for the anarthas that are represented by the demons that Balaramji kills, mercy alone does not work. Devotee needs to put his endeavor. By the determined efforts of the devotees, these demons will be destroyed in the hearts. So today we're going to talk about two such personalities who are killed by Balaramji, Dhenukasur and Romaharshan Sutta. So once the cowherd boys, they were with Krishna and Balaram, and they told them that, oh, in the Talvan forest there are palm trees. On those trees there are growing some fruits, palm fruits, that are very sweet smelling. Nobody has tasted those fruits because there is a demon, Dhenuka, who's guarding that forest. And no one, has ever tasted them. And the birds are even afraid of flying over the forest because they're so scared of this demon. So Krishna and Balaram, if you think it's a good idea, let us go there and enjoy those fruits. So this is how a devotee prays to Krishna. Krishna, if you so desire. When Prabhupada was sick, very sick, the disciples of Prabhupada asked him, how can we pray for you? And Prabhupada says, you can pray like this. Krishna, if you so desire, please cure our spiritual master. In Canto 4, Prithu Maharaj has a prayer where Prithu Maharaj is saying that, "Oh Lord, I'm just like your child and you are my father. You know what is good for me, so you give me whatever you think is best for me." So for a devotee, Krishna's desire is his desire. So here the Gopas are saying that if you so desire Krishna and Balaram, let's go there and enjoy those fruits. And our Acharya say that the boys did not were not asking the fruits for themselves, but they were knowing that Krishna and Balaram are hungry. Let them enjoy the fruits, and that was why they asked for this. Okay, so then to please the Gopas, Krishna and Balram, they went to the forest, and Balram, he started shaking the tree and the fruits started falling. And hearing the sound of the fruits falling, this Dhenukasur demon got alert and he came and he hurled his hind legs to beat Balramji. But Balramji caught hold of his hind legs, whirled him around and threw him at the top of a tree. Other ass demons also came and Krishna and Balram took turns and again they whirled them around and threw them at the top of the tree, and these asses were different colored. There were different colors of asses, so Bhagavatam says that it's like different colored clouds were descending down to the trees. It created a very panoramic scene. So now, and then what happened is the demons were killed and the demigods started showering flowers. Every time a demon is killed in Krishna Lila, demigods are showering flowers. Why? Because these demons are actually tormenting the demigods. And the demigods are so relieved of one demon destroyed. Because Krishna and Balaram, they have come to relieve Indra and the demigods of all their disturbances, right? Ete cham sakalapam sam Krishnastu Bhagavan swayam Indrari vyakulam loke hridayanti yoge yoge. So now let's talk about the past life of the demon Dhenukasur. So this Dhenukasur in his past life was a son of Bali Maharaj called Sahasika. And Sahasika, he's a son of Bali Maharaj, so he's coming in the family lineage of Prahlad Maharaj. And that is why Krishna did not kill him. Why? Because Krishna, when he came as Nrsingadev, he had promised Prahlad Maharaj, I will not kill any of your descendants. So now Krishna is not killing, but he made Balram kill him. So Krishna gets his work done in any way. So now this Sahasika, it's mentioned that how this king was enjoying on the Gadamandan mountain with 10,000 women, and he was very much intoxicated by 3 W's: wine, woman and wealth. And the result of this such intoxication is that one becomes proud and one offends saintly people. And when saintly people gets offended, they can curse you. So this is what happened on the Gadamandan mountain. There was Durvasa Muni and he was doing tapasya. And he heard the sounds of these women laughing and their ankle bells, and his meditation broke. And so he said to Sahasika, "Oh fool, what are you doing here? You're so dull-headed. You don't know that this is a very sacred place meant for doing austerities and tapasya, and what are you doing? You're such dull-headed like an ass, so you become an ass." So he got cursed to become an ass, donkey. But then Sahasika, he got back his senses and he begged for forgiveness from Durvasa Muni. And so Durvasa Muni is easily pleased, easily angered. So he said, okay, 400,000 years from now, in the city of Mathura, in the Talvan forest, you will get liberation by the hands of Balramji. So in that way he got this blessing, to be liberated from the hands of Balramji. So now let us understand what this demon represents, what anartha it represents in our heart. Now, Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes that this Dhenukasur demon represents the anartha of gross material intelligence and absence of spiritual knowledge. And Balramji killing this demon implies that, Balramji represents Adi Guru, the spiritual master, original spiritual master. The spiritual master removes ignorance from the hearts of his disciples. Like we chant, Om Agyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshururmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. We are praying that, spiritual master, I'm offering respectful obeisances to you because you have opened my eyes which were darkened by blindness of ignorance by the torchlight of spiritual knowledge that you are giving me. So, spiritual master removes our ignorance. And what is our first ignorance? The first ignorance is that I am this body. On basis of this ignorance, everything that we do is wrong. Like we say, we make mistake on the first step of mathematics calculation. Rest everything that you do, integration, differentiation, square roots and all, everything will be wrong because the first step is wrong. So the first step that we are going wrong, the ignorance at first level, is that I am this body. That is called ahankar. And another thing is mamakar, and things belonging to the body are mine. So this ahankar and mamakar is the ignorance. In ahankar we think that, oh, I am the doer, I am great. Dhenukasur also represents proprietorship mentality. These things are mine for me to enjoy. I am the enjoyer. Like Hiranyakashipu and Ravan, they were thinking that, I am the master of the three worlds. We are not as rich or opulent as Ravan or Hiranyakashipu, but we also have a little bit of something property, or we are thinking, we also have ahankar, And it is said that beggar is proud of his penny. Like one beggar has 1 penny in his begging bowl, and the other beggar has 2 pennies in his begging bowl, and this beggar is thinking, see, I have 2 pennies, I'm better than this. I am this beggar. So beggar is proud of his penny. So whether we are a billionaire or we are a beggar, we are proud of little possession that we have. But we should understand that ultimately Krishna is the real proprietor of everything. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Everything animate or inanimate is controlled and owned by Krishna. So this Dhenukasur demon, he's actually imagining Krishna's property as his own property. And he's thinking that this forest is mine, these trees are mine, these fruits are mine for me to enjoy. Right? But actually he's entering into Krishna's property. It was Krishna's property for Krishna to enjoy. So everything in the world is a property of Krishna. Even our own body is a property of Krishna. It is like an apartment that Krishna has, given to us on rent, and anytime we can be asked to vacate this apartment. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's writing in his song, Manaso deho geho jo kichu mor arpiyo tu apade nand kishor. My body, my mind, my family, everything that I have, Krishna, it's all yours. It's your property. I surrender at your feet, and surrendering everything, I'm free from anxiety. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tuhar nitya das prati tuva adhikar. My body is also your property, so you can kill me or you can protect me as you wish. I'm your servant. So that should be the consciousness of a devotee. Another thing is that this Dhenukasur is an ass, a donkey, and donkey signifies foolishness. Many times Krishna uses this word mudha in his Bhagavad Gita. Namam dushkritano mudha prapadyante naratma. Those who are grossly foolish, they never surrender unto me. Prakriti kriya manani guna karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manite. Vimudha, vishesh mudha, special type of donkey. Who is that? Who thinks that everything I am the doer. They are bewildered by the Maya and they think that I am the doer. So we can see that people in this world, they are working very hard like a donkey. And when we ask them, why are you working so hard? And they say, I have to earn my livelihood. But Prabhupada says that grass is available everywhere, but the donkey does not eat that grass. Instead, donkey chooses to work very hard for the washerman. And at the end of the day, the washerman will give him some little grass, and he would say, oh, my master is so nice, I am getting this grass. But the grass is available everywhere. Prabhupada also says that there are so many elephants in the jungles. They're getting tons of food to eat. There's so many ants in the holes of the rooms. They're getting their food to eat. They're not going out to work. They don't have to work 9 to 5, or they don't have any degrees. But so what we are trying to say is that we're not saying that you leave your job and you sit at home and money would come automatically by Krishna's arrangement. But we are saying that we should not over endeavor in the name of bringing food, clothing and shelter. We should not be working 15 or 20 hours a day, and forgetting the goal of human life, which Srimad Bhagavatam says is Kamasya nendriya priti labho jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jigyasa nartho yascheha karmabhi. Bhagavatam says that life's desire should not be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation. Nothing else should be desired by ones, because the goal of human life is to attain, to have, to inquire about the absolute truth. Jigyasa, to inquire about the absolute truth, is the actual goal of human life. So we should have a very simple life, small things, only things that we just need, for just sustenance, for our sustenance. We should have a simple life so that we don't need to over endeavor, and we have plenty of time for Krishna consciousness. Now actually, this Dhenukasur, he was very fortunate that Krishna and Balaram themselves came to him. He got the opportunity to serve them. He should have given them a sitting place, some fruits to eat, but he missed that opportunity. Many times, opportunity comes to us, a service comes to us, but we say, oh, we don't have time, we are busy with things, so we miss out on that opportunity. The more we give Krishna, more Krishna gives us. More we hold back, more Krishna will hold back. Like, compared to Dhenukasur, we can see the example of the fruit vendor lady. The fruit vendor lady, she was a very poor tribal lady, but she had these fruits, and Krishna came to her and said, oh, I love these fruits, can you give me some? And she said, yeah, you can take as many as you want. And in return, Krishna gave her few grains of rice, and she was very pleased then. And she was like, this is Sacha Sauda, this is the best business deal I have ever had. She didn't worry that her children at her home were starving. What would she feed them? No, I was able to please Krishna, and Krishna, you can take as many fruits as you want. And in return, Krishna filled her basket with so many jewels and priceless gems. Right? Sudama also. Sudama was very shy to give Krishna the chipped rice, but Krishna snatched it from him, and in return, Krishna made him a Sudama Puri. Like Krishna has Dwarka Puri, very opulent city that Krishna lives in, and he made Sudama this very opulent city called Sudama Puri. And we were hearing from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, Krishna was so embarrassed. He was thinking, in return to what Sudama has given me, what I have given him is very insignificant. So Krishna was embarrassed to tell Sudama. That's why Sudama found it out later, but Krishna didn't say anything to him when he was leaving Dwarkapuri, right? So now Krishna, he does not need anything from us. But if we give Krishna, we become fortunate. Like we have also the example of Kubja. When Krishna came to Mathura, he saw this hunchback lady and he called her, oh Sundari, where are you going? Give me this chandan that you have. And Kubja only had this chandan, and she was so mesmerized with the beauty of Krishna and Balaram. She applied this chandan on their face, right? She did not think that what would Kansa do to her, because this chandan was meant for Kansa. She was fearless. I want to please Krishna and Balaram. That's all she was thinking. On the other hand, we have the example of the washerman. In Mathura also, Krishna went to that washerman and said, give me these clothes. And this washerman said, no, these clothes belong to Kansa. And what did Krishna do? With his hand, he killed the washerman. So we see that one devotee became fortunate by giving Krishna. The other became unfortunate by not giving Krishna. So if you give Krishna, you will never be a loser. Krishna will return whatever you give him infinite times. And whatever we do for Krishna is our eternal wealth in our spiritual bank account, which will stay with us wherever we go in the next lives. Wherever we go, it will stay with us. Like the wealth of this world, it can be stolen away. Robbers can steal it. The government can put taxes on it, and the relatives and family members can demand a share of it, right? But our spiritual bank balance, Krishna Bhakti that we have done, nobody can demand a share of it. It will never decrease. It will keep on increasing. So now Krishna is easily pleased. He's not asking us for big things. No. He's saying, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You can please me by giving me a little fruit, flower, water, or leaf. No? So one time Srila Prabhupada was speaking on this verse, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. And Srila Prabhupada was talking about this pastime of Sanatana Goswami. He had his Madan Mohan deity, and Sanatana Goswami, he is our Acharya. He was living like a mendicant, under a different tree every night. And he hung his Madan Mohan deity on the branch of the tree. And he would offer his Lord whatever he would get by begging. And he would be offering Krishna some chapatis, dry chapatis. And Madan Mohan said, oh, these chapatis are very dry, they're very stale. At least give me some salt to eat. And Sanatana Goswami says, my Lord, I give you whatever I get. Please accept it. Today you asking for salt, tomorrow you'll ask for ghee. How will I give you that? Please accept whatever I have. So Prabhupada, he was talking about that in one of his classes, and Prabhupada started crying. So he said, Krishna had to eat that because the bhakta is offering. The real thing is bhakti. What can you offer to Krishna? Everything belongs to Krishna. What have you got? What is your value? What is the value of your things? It's nothing. The real thing is bhakti. Krishna, kindly take it. I have no qualifications. I am most rotten, fallen. We can see Prabhupada is weeping, saying that Krishna, I am most rotten and fallen, but I have brought this thing for you. Please accept it. Don't be puffed up. Always be careful you're dealing with Krishna. So Krishna is easily pleased. Fruit, flower, water and leaf. These things we are able to offer to Krishna, but these things, we are getting it from somewhere, like a grocery store, right? And even the money to purchase these things is because Krishna is giving us the ability to work in the office. So everything is coming from Krishna, our ability, our strength. We cannot get up in the morning also until Krishna gives us the power to get up. We are so helpless. Krishna is bhavagrahi. He is not looking for externals. He is looking for our internal bhav. When Krishna went to Mathura as a Krishna went to the Kauravas as a peace messenger. Duryodhana had cooked a chappan bhog, 56 items, to bribe Krishna to come to their side, so they become more powerful. But Krishna understood that Duryodhana has not cooked this meal with love and devotion. So instead, he went to Vidur's place. And Vidur was not there. There was Vidurani. And she's a great devotee. Seeing Krishna, she was so mesmerized. She was thinking, oh, what can I offer to Krishna? She didn't have anything much in the house. She saw these bananas on the table. And she started peeling the bananas for Krishna, throwing away the banana pulp and giving Krishna the banana peel. And Krishna was happily eating the banana peel. Has anybody of you eaten banana peel? We can't eat banana peel, but Krishna can eat. Because he is eating the love and devotion which is there by the devotees. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we are offering these mantras, these prayers to Krishna in the form of the Hare Krishna mantra. And sometimes Krishna is saying, like he was telling Sanatana Goswami, oh, these chapatis are very stale. When we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna is saying, oh, these mantras are very stale. I'm not tasting anything in it. Please add some salt to these mantras. What does that mean? Please add some salt to your chanting. Now, devotees have built this acronym SALT, which stands for S for sorry. When we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we should have proper mood and bhav and emotions. The mantra, the chanting should not be lip deep, it should be heart deep. So sorry signifies that the devotee is in dainya bhav. The devotee is saying that Krishna, I am very fallen. I have made many mistakes. I have forgotten you for many, many lifetimes. But please forgive me and please accept me. So that is the mode of sorry. S stands for sorry. A stands for asking. Asking spiritual benefits. Krishna, please give me the association of advanced devotees. Please remove all anarthas from my heart. Like that we can ask. L stands for listening. We should be listening the mantras that we are chanting very attentively. The pronunciation should be very proper. So we should be listening. And then T stands for thanking. That we are very grateful to Krishna that Krishna has given us this rare human body. More rare than getting a human body is the association of devotees. We don't realize that. That's why we're not grateful for the association of devotees. Only by the association of devotees we can make any advancement. So gratefulness we are showing to Krishna. Thanking Krishna. Thank you, Krishna, for giving me Krishna consciousness, for giving me this temple where I can come and do some service for you. So like that, we can add some salt to our chanting so it is tasty for Krishna. So whatever we possess, whatever abilities we have, we should use it for Krishna's service. We should think that, Krishna has given me these hands and legs, these abilities, and he can take it away at any moment. People get into an accident and paralyzed. They can't move their hands and legs anymore. They can't come to the temple, right? So till we have those abilities, we should use it in Krishna service before it is taken away from us. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियार्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वनुस्त्रा स्वभावत करोति यद् यद् सकलं परस्मै नारायणेति समर्पयेत् तत्. Bhagavatam says that in accordance with the nature that we have acquired, whatever we do with our kaya, with our body, vacha, with our words, manasa, with our mind, indriya, with our senses, buddhi, with our intelligence, and atmana, with our consciousness, we should offer it to Krishna, saying, this is for the pleasure of Krishna. So if everybody has a chance to offer something to Krishna, they have some ability. Somebody has a nice voice, they can offer, do chanting and kirtan for Krishna. Somebody can cook very nicely, they can offer bhoga to Krishna. Somebody has good intelligence, they can study the shastras and teach others. Somebody has, wealth. A wealthy person may not have time, but they can offer their wealth to Krishna to propagate Krishna consciousness, like that. So everybody has some thing that Krishna has given them that they can please Krishna. So this Dhenukasur, coming back to that, he had the mentality of, let me enjoy these fruits for myself. The cowherd boys had the mentality of, let me offer these fruits to Krishna. And that's why the cowherd boys, we saw in the first couple of slides, they were very joyful, playing and frolicking with Krishna, right? Because they were always offering their fruits to Krishna. On the other hand, this Dhenukasur was working very hard like a donkey. So if we want to become joyful like cowherd boys, we should give up this proprietorship mentality of I, me and mine. I am doing this. Actually, we are not. Krishna is giving us the ability to do anything. So, I, me and mine, this concept of proprietorship mentality, this should be given up. We should become a kinchana. Kunti Maharani says that who can approach Krishna? Janm Aishwarya Shruti Shabir Edaman Madha Puman Nevarte Abhidatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gochara. Akinchan means one who is materially impoverished. He has a mentality of a beggar. I don't own anything. I can only cry out to Krishna. But one who is proud of his janam, his birth, Aishwarya, his wealth, Shruti, his intelligence, and Shri, his beauty, they cannot sincerely cry out to Krishna. So we should become akinchana. And after reading all the scriptures, after chanting so much japa for so many years, going to so many dhams and pilgrimage places, coming to the temple, listening to so many lectures, the last thing that devotee should conclude is, I know nothing. I am nothing. I am very insignificant. Everybody is more advanced than me. Everybody has love for Krishna, only I don't have love for Krishna. So when devotee is in this danya bhav, this mode of humility, is when he will get favor of Krishna. Dinera adhik daya kare bhagwan, pandita kulina dhanena bada abhiman. Krishna is especially favorable to those who are meek and humble. So now Balramji is showing us with the example of Roma Harshan Sutta how a devotee should be very humble actually. So Balramji went on to a pilgrimage. Why? Because Kauravas and Pandavas, they were fighting with each other, and Balramji did not want to take any side. So we should learn with this example that when two devotees are fighting, the other devotees should not take sides, one or the other side. So Balramji went on to a pilgrimage, and he came to a place called Naimisharanya, where Bhagavatam class was about to start, and there were sages and saints who were sitting, and Roma Harshan Sutta, he's a disciple of Vyasadev, he was sitting on Vyasasan. When Balramji entered the arena, everybody got up to offer respects to Balramji, except for Roma Harshan Sutta. So Roma Harshan Sutta didn't think it appropriate for him to get up and offer respects. After all, I'm sitting on the Vyasasan, such a high position. Balramji, as an Adi Guru, he wanted to teach everybody a lesson. So he spoke these words to Roma Harshan Sutta. So can somebody read?
Lord Balram said, because this fool born from an improperly mixed marriage sits above all these brahmanas and even above me, the protector of religion, he deserves to die. Although he is a disciple of the divine sage Vyas and has thoroughly learned many scriptures from him, including the law books of religious duties and the epic histories and Puranas. All this study has not produced good qualities in him. Rather, his study of scriptures is like an actor studying his part, for he is not self-controlled or humble, and vainly presumes himself a scholarly authority, though he has failed to conquer his own mind. The very purpose of my descent into this world is to kill such hypocrites who pretend to be religious. Indeed, they are most sinful rascals.
So Balramji is saying that his study of scriptures has not produced any good qualities in him. It's like an actor, actor learning in his play. He memorizes some lines of his play and he speaks it out. So like that, Romaharshan Sutta is speaking, sitting on the Vyasas, and he has not internalized any of the teachings. He is just verbatim saying whatever he has, he has memorized. So Balramji is saying that if you are not humble, if you are a hypocrite, even if you think you are a great scholar of scriptures, if you don't have good qualities, then it's all useless. Like Prabhupada said to one person, what is the use of speaking such high philosophy without good character? So character, qualities is most important. When Sanatan Goswami, he visited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatan Goswami in Jagannath Puri, he had a skin disease. He had some sores on his skin where pus was oozing out. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had invited him for lunch. So Sanatan Goswami, instead of taking the short route from in front of the Jagannath Puri temple, he took the long route through the beach. And because of this, his feet got a lot of blisters. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood that. Why? Because Sanatan Goswami, he didn't want to come in touch with any of the Jagannath Puri priests and contaminate them. So he was thinking that, I better, stay away. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatan Goswami, Yadyapi tumai hoy jagat pavan, tumara sparsha pavitra hoy deva monigan, tathapi bhaktera swabhav maryada rakshan, maryada palan hoy sadhura bhushan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatan Goswami that Yadipi tumi hoy jagat pavan, the whole universe becomes purified by getting in touch with you. Even demigods are getting purified. Tumhara sparsh hoy pavitra hoy deva munigan, but tathapi bhaktera swabhav maryada rakshan. But it is a characteristic of a devotee to maintain Vaishnava etiquettes. This Vaishnava etiquettes, these Vaishnava qualities is sadhura bhushan. These are the ornaments of a devotee. So the makeup, the ornament and the decoration that makes a devotee beautiful in the eyes of Krishna is his Vaishnava qualities. Krishna is not looking for externally how you're looking. Like Prabhupada was giving this initiation to Rukmini Mataji. She was very beautiful. Prabhupada said, oh, you're very beautiful. And giving the initiation beads, he said, now you become beautiful within. Because actually how we are within is what Krishna is attracted to, the Vaishnava qualities. Titikshava, Karunika, Surida, Sarvadehinam, Ajat, Shatrava, Shanta, Sadhava, Sadhu, Bhushana. Bhushana, the ornaments of a devotees, his qualities of tolerance, Titikshava, Karunika, merciful nature, Surida, Sarvadehinam, he is a friend of everybody. Ajata Shatrava, he doesn't have any enemies, and Shanta, he is peaceful. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Shantirarjavam, humility, pridelessness, so many qualities Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita. In so many chapters he is mentioning these qualities. Oh, this devotee is very dear to me if he has these qualities, Krishna is saying. So Balramji, he knows that this Romaharshan Sutta is sitting on the Vyasasana, and with the pride that is in his heart, he's going to infect all his audience. So Balramji, he took a single piece of kusha grass and he just touched Romaharshan Sutta, and Romaharshan Sutta was dead. So one devotee was saying that Balramji was also training Duryodhan, right, in club fighting. And this Duryodhan, he was a very sinful person. He tried to kill the Pandavas so many times, right? But Balramji, he's not trying to kill Duryodhan, right? In fact, Duryodhan was his disciple. So why is Romaharshan Sutta, why is Balramji saying that this Romaharshan Sutta should be immediately killed, right? Now this Duryodhan, he's not following any of the 4 regulative principles, right? He's not doing any scriptural reading. On the contrary, this Romaharshan Sutta, he's following 4 regulative principles. He's studying Shastras day and night. But Duryodhan never claimed to be a spiritual leader. He never claimed to be sitting on a Vyasasana, and being the leader. He was just a sinful person, a spoiled brat of a rich father, right? And Balramji knew that because Krishna is on the side of the Pandavas, Duryodhan will anyways be killed. I don't need to take any action. But this Romaharshan Sutta, he's claiming to be a spiritual leader, a guru. And Rishabdev says in Canto 5, Guru nasa syat, Janani nasa syat, Swajano nasa syat, Pita nasa syat. Don't become a guru, don't become a father, don't become a mother, don't become a husband until you can liberate your dependence from the cycle of birth and death. So this means that being in the position of a guru or leader is a very responsible position. Right? Because yad acharati shreshthas tatta devataro jana. Whatever action a great man performs, common men will follow. So that's why Balramji was urgently he took this decision of, Romaharshan Sutta should be killed. So we see that, sometimes Balramji becomes angry. He becomes angry, right? He became angry in some other incidents also. Like when there was a Samba was captured by the Kauravas. Balramji came and they were not returning Samba, so he dragged Hastinapur into the Ganges. Or Rukmi was cheating with Balramji in a dice game, and when there was a marriage of Anirudh going on, and Balramji just took his club and threw it on his head, and Rukmi was killed, right? But Balramji's anger is transcendental anger. It's not like our anger. And Balramji, by killing Romaharshan Sutta, he elevated Romaharshan Sutta to he liberated Romaharshan Sutta basically, right? If Romaharshan Sutta was not killed, he would have continued to have pride and hypocrisy, and he would have glided down to hell. But Balramji, being merciful to him, he killed him. So now we see that Balramji in Kali Yuga has come as Nityananda Prabhu, right? And Nityananda Prabhu, he's in the mood of a very humble person, that he's begging, even to sinful persons like Jagai and Madai. Nityananda Prabhu is begging them to please chant the name of Krishna. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur to go door to door and beg everybody to chant the name of Krishna. Bhaj Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangiro naam re, jai jana Gaurango bhaje, she hoya amar pran re. Bhaj Gaurango, kaho Gaurango, laho Gaurangiro naam re. So Nityananda Prabhu is begging everybody, please take the name of Gauranga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, Nityananda Prabhu, Shuno Shuno Nityananda, Shuno Haridas, Sarvatra Mara Gya e Koro e Prakash, Prati Ghare Ghare Giya Koro e Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Shiksha. Go from door to door, village to village, and beg everybody to chant the name of Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your life and soul. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran, Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. So Nityananda Prabhu, he went as a beggar. He doesn't want anything from you, but he wants to give you the highest wealth of Krishna Prem. Like a beggar comes to you and say, take these $1 million and take these 24 carat diamond, take this. Now you will say, what kind of beggar is this? You're giving me the highest wealth. This is Nityananda Prabhu giving us the highest wealth of Krishna Prem. Golokera Prem Dhan Hari Naam Sankirtan. So, Nityananda Prabhu is intoxicated in love for Krishna. Prema Matta Nityananda Kripa Avatar Uttama Adhama Kichu Na Kare Vichar. He's intoxicated with love for Krishna, so an intoxicated person does not know how he can indiscriminately give out his wealth to anyone and everyone without any qualification. Nityananda Prabhu giving us the holy name is destroying the demons within our hearts by the weapon of the holy name. All these demons, anarthas, are destroyed by chanting the holy name, which is the endeavor that the devotee is putting in. As we were discussing, the anarthas represented by the demons that Balramji kills can be destroyed by the determined efforts of the devotee. So, the devotees can put their endeavor to chant Hare Krishna mantra very attentively, very nicely. And this is what, and then Nityananda Prabhu is also teaching us that the preaching is all about being a beggar. That a beggar is never proud, right? He's very humble. So is a preacher. A preacher should think that I am sitting on this Vyasasana to please my Guru and Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada, the Nectar of Devotion, he writes this mood of the preacher. Can anybody read?
We should never think of ourselves as great preachers, but should always consider that we are simply instrumental to the previous acharyas, and simply by following in their footsteps we may be able to do something for the benefit of suffering humanity. Whatever is
No, we can. So, here Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada is writing that this is the mood of the preacher, that we should not consider ourselves very big. We are just instruments in the hands of the previous acharyas. We're like puppets in the hands of Krishna and our acharyas, just repeating the message how we have gotten, just delivering the letter like a postman delivers the letter. What is the credit of the postman? All glories to Guru and Krishna, nothing for me. So Prabhupada, one time he was giving a lecture in Sweden, and he was talking to a bunch of university students, and he was talking about first class people like Brahmanas, second class like Kshatriya, third class Vaishya, and fourth class Shudras. He was talking about this the society, how it is divided, and this student gets up at the end of the lecture and says that, oh, of course, you think you are first class because your followers are offering you flower garlands and you're sitting on this high seat. You think you are first class, right? So everybody was shocked because he was very rude. There was pin drop silence, but Prabhupada broke the silence and said, no, I am not first class. I'm actually fifth class because I am the servant of the servant. So Prabhupada, he was very humble, and he would always acknowledge his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He would say that whatever is being done is not account of my own intelligence, but because I'm simply an instrument in the hands of my Gurudev. He would say that I'm not writing these purports. Krishna is dictating to me the purports. I didn't give all these classes. Krishna made me speak. Through my tongue, Krishna made me speak. So this is the mode of a preacher that Prabhupada is also teaching by example, that we should be very humble and always in the mood of a beggar. So in this Balaram Jayanti, I was thinking we can pray to Balaramji to destroy the demons of Dhenukasur, which represents false ego, and Romaharshan Sutta, which represents false pride in our heart, by being a servant of Guru and Krishna, always in the mood of a beggar. So I will stop here, and if anybody has any questions and comments. Yes,
thank you, Mataji, for such a great, wonderful class. There are a few things that's come out from your class. I have questions. I will plug in a few. Now, you mentioned that Balaramji is Adi Guru, and he is here to teach us a lesson, basically the spiritual masters who have a false pride and ego. So nowadays in a Kali Yuga, as we see, there are so many fake Babas and spiritual masters. They're propagating the Sanatana Dharma in the wrong way, or probably trying to propagate something that we shouldn't be doing. So why don't Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna or Balaramji take incarnations and come down and teach us, teach them lessons? On the other hand, nowadays what we see, what's happening in Bangladesh, that even though the innocent Hindus were getting killed, and even though they are worshipping Krishna or a God, why God is not protecting them?
So I can add something, but other advanced devotees can add. So this is the age of Kali Yuga, is quarrel and hypocrisy. People are behaving like spiritual leaders, but they are hypocritical. So in the Kali Yuga, as we said, there are demons within our hearts, and so Krishna has sent this weapon of a holy name. And we as preachers, we have this responsibility to spread the Harinam Sankirtan everywhere and present everything from the scriptures. So these people will, understand. So Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they did not kill Jagai and Madai. Nityananda Prabhu stopped Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from killing with his Sudarshan Chakra. He says all are demons. Actually, we all have some demonic qualities within. Some have more and some have less. But mercy that we have gotten in this Kali Yuga is that this holy name can destroy the demons within. So that is Krishna coming in Kali Yuga in the form of the holy name, which we as preachers have the responsibility to spread. That's one thing I can say. Others, Krishna Prabhu, Prem Sindhu Prabhu, would you like to add something?
Yeah, Prabhupada said that if you want something cheap, then like if you want diamond for the price of glass, then Krishna will send like that. So Prabhupada said if I relaxed the principles, I could make so many devotees. But he said I cannot change the philosophy to please the Americans. He said like that. So if you want the genuine thing, then you have to pay the price for it.
So he's saying that why is Krishna not stopping these, right?
Because people want cheap things, so Krishna is giving.
Krishna is fulfilling their desires. Because people like to be cheated and they get cheating gurus. If we are sincerely looking for a guru, we'll find a sincere guru. But if we are looking to be cheated by sense gratification things, then we'll find a cheating guru. And that's what is happening. And the end of Kali Yuga, Kalki will come and destroy all these demons. The devotees will come back to Godhead by then. But all these hypocrites and fake leaders, and they will stay and be killed by Kalki eventually.
And another thing is because we are not preaching sufficiently also. We are not going out and meeting all the people and giving them the genuine knowledge of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
So people are getting misguided by, so many people are becoming converted, right? In India, so many people are becoming
They're
converted.
blind followers. Yes, sir.
Also, if you see, at the time when Devi went to Brahmaji saying that there is so much of distress around, all these people were actually like Jarasandhas and the Kamsas and the Narakasuras, then the Kalayavans and all these Kauravas. They were always engaged in warfare. Similar to the situation today, it's warfare, lot of strife, warfare. That was the end of Dwapar Yuga. At that time, it was lot of warfare was going on, and Bhudevi was suffering. So, unless the type of situation is so critical that Krishna has to appear, it is still not critical. But there will be a time when it will become critical. Krishna will appear.
No, adding to this, when we come to ISKCON, we read Nectar of Instruction. The first instruction, find a guru, who is the guru. Vachya Vega, Manasa Krodh Vega, Jitya Vega, Udar Upastha Vega, Mitan Vega, Nyo Vichya Vega, Sarva Maknam, Pratyaya. So if you see somebody cannot control his tongue, belly, genitals, or we should not make him as guru. We should look from the Shastras, from the class.
Yeah. People are blind, right?
Yes.
Blind followers, so they don't care whatsoever. They're not looking at qualities. Maybe they're just looking at how well they're speaking. They're not looking at achar. They're only looking at prachar. So both achar and prachar should be.
Achar and prachar, and you should spend time, like after reading the Shastras, you should spend time with the guru to see if he's like, he will not be cheated.
Yes.
Okay, we have to end here.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Now let's stand for the next part of the program. We'll put the mats aside.